That's trying to be a mom, or you're already a mom, this video is actually for every woman out. I'll be sharing with you 3 things that God has taught me even in the process of being a mom. Okay,
so yeah, today is one of those days whereby I wake up late in the morning, so I couldn't meet up with their food, so they only went with water, and it's almost time now for them to eat in school. They eat 11 and this is 10:33. I'm actually outside now and I'm with their lunch bags, okay, and I just got some stuff for them. It's also an opportunity for them to have a lot of snacks, okay, in their bag at times, because most times I don't even used to put many snacks in their bag. All right guys, so yeah, I'm on my way. I'm rushing to their school.
so the next point here is God taught me how to pray. Like, I began to pray more for strength. See, this motherhood thing, you need the strength of God. There are some things I do. I look at myself and I ask myself, are you sure you are the one that just did that? You are not the one that did that. Right from giving birth, like till tomorrow, I don't know. It's not that I'm now adjusting to saying my children. I really don't see myself going through, because each time I remember that moment of push, I really don't see this my little strength did that. I always say, God, you know you are the one that did that, because I can't just imagine it. Like a whole human being, not talk of people that give birth to triplets or double. Women are amazing. You guys are doing great. We are doing great. Okay, so I think I've learned more to pray. There was a time it got so much strong on my mind. Especially that time I was suffering lower back pain and chest pain. There was this backside. I don't know if anybody watching me has suffered that. I always suffered that slight pain then, and it became so strong within me that this motherhood thing is not by strength, just like the Bible says, by strength shall no man prevail. It's applicable here, guys, and yeah, you have to really acknowledge that fact that you don't have that power, you don't have that strength. So it became so strong, and I know that it's the work of the Holy Spirit that just keep asking God for more strength, more grace to be able to do this thing called motherhood. So I intensify prayers, and I've seen God come through for me. There are times you actually forget to pray, forget to inquire from God, how do I go about this? Is it about when the children are not feeling fine, that at times you just feel like maybe the thing should just happen to you? See, there are some crazy things you do as a mom. Personally, I've fallen twice in the bathroom. Like, I fell and they were still babies when I fell, and I was the only one at home with them. At that point, nobody could tell me sorry. Nobody could tell me, sorry, you just fell. Nobody could say, oh, let me help you rub it. It was after I was telling my husband, maybe when he came back, and like, okay, see what happened today. And by the time you got to the bed, because the baby was actually crying, I think Glory did it, goodness did it also. I slipped off while I was coming, rushing out to cuddle them, to carry them. They were actually crying, and I was like, and when I got there, the 2 of them actually did this thing, and it's so amazing. They just started smiling. They just want to see you, and that's taking me to the 3rd point, whereby these children want you to be more inclusive. Your family wants you to be more inclusive. Like, you are literally like their small God, whereby you just constantly, like, yes, constantly be their eyes. There are some things you just see, like mosquito. Personally, for me, I see shrug at times when I see mosquito in the dark. Like, there is no light. How do I know that there is mosquito there? You just suddenly become their personal instinct, like their personal monitoring spirits. It's just something that you don't do by yourself. It's actually God that put those things, and those things becomes activated as you grow in this motherhood business. So you just suddenly become like a natural seer in the house. Like, maybe somebody is sleeping. There are times I feel pressed. I wanted to mention something I usually do the other time. 2 crazy things I actually do. Like, maybe I just finished washing pepper not quite long, and I need to wash for them. Maybe the children went to poo and all that. You know what I do? I will always put my 10 fingers. I'll be rubbing it into even after I've washed and washed. Maybe it has happened several hours back. I'll be rubbing it into my eyes. Like, I want it to hurt me first so that I can be sure before I use it to wash their butts. You know, things like that, they are not just natural. So I just want to encourage moms out there that you don't need to fight these things. Probably you are a mom that your husband is not that supportive. Just know that God has created you to be that strong person for your children, for yourself, and for that family. So you naturally become all those things, and you begin to wonder, when did you acquire all those strength? When did you acquire all those energy to be able to do all that? And recently, guys, I will not lie to you, I begin to look at myself like, I thought that as the more they grow, the work becomes lesser. But you find out that you still have to be present. Like I said, you have to just be in their lives somehow. Not that you are the one owner of their life. Jesus is the owner of their lives. But you find out that there are times that just ordinary going to make your hair and leaving the house for like 5 hours, nobody will cook. Nobody will go to the freezer, bring out anything. Nobody will do anything. It's just like when that moment you come back from that your own tiredness, and you still want to like try and sit down small, and you're hearing, mommy, I want to do this, and you're hearing, babe, waiting with the chop, oh, you know, you literally become like their guardian angel. So I just want to point your attention to those strengths that probably you are not seeing and you are complaining. Because for me, at a point in my life, I was complaining, and I was personally looking at it like, am I really looking for a 9-to-5 job? Do you think I can cope? You know that at a point when I got that 9-to-5 job, I was amazed. I actually coped excellently. I was just juggling it. One of my sisters said something, Sister Lizzie. She said, you just have to learn. She was already a mom then. Me, I was a new wife then. So you just have to learn how to pray with them along as they are crying. Do every other thing along with them. At that point, it didn't really sink into me, but I heard that word from her. And it was when I said, no, I got into the business fully and now understood what she was trying to say. There will never be a perfect time, guys, to really kabash that your old kabash. Me personally, I miss personal seminar attention. Like, I love attending programs, like dressing up to go attend seminars. Like, you saw a flyer that is maybe Pastor So is coming, or Evangelist So, or maybe a singer is coming. I missed those moments. So literally, you don't have the life of your own. You become like selfless, totally selfless. Like, you are just giving in. And most times, I will be honest with you guys, nobody can pay you for that enormous job that you are doing. Nobody can really fathom that's what you are doing. You can only understand it by yourself. And this is actually the third point that God explained to me extensively by himself. Nobody explained this one. In fact, I've read books a lot about motherhood. I've read a lot of books online. I prefer reading online these days. You know, it's not written there. Like, I now have that stuff in my brain now that they can't understand. Just try. So with that, I've been able to overcome most times that I needed to get angry, that probably I felt that maybe I'm lost, I'm not being taken care of like other persons, like I want to attend to other things. No, like this YouTube work now is a job on its own, and I want to do it. But lately, God began to let me understand that prioritize things and family first. Okay, so, and I saw that the YouTube was actually lacking. That is the truth. Was actually lagging behind. It was not like how it used to be like 5-6 months ago that you have your content almost every day. But because, you know, we are learning in this business, and I've seen God come through for me. I've seen that it's not only in the lengthy videos. I see that it's more of being obedient to God. Even if it is 2 or 3 videos, they even give me the views I needed to have, even over the spreading of the 30 videos. I think that message is for me. If you grab it, fine. Okay, so let me just move on. So you literally become everything to your family. And at that point, I've seen majority of women come online, you know, people open up to each other, complaining that, if I had known that this thing is like this, you know. But I wanted to look, jive above all that, let me put it that way, and look into the joy that you get, the companionship, the friendship, the laughing moment, the togetherness, the bond. The little questions, that one is the one I love most about the children. Like, they ask you questions that look so naughty, but very, very important. Like, mommy, why the mosquito suck blood? You know, the first time goodness will ask me this question, I was like, that's how God created them, to suck blood. So she went for that. You know, the won't stop. She went for that. She was like, so why are human being not created to suck blood, and mosquito is the one created to suck blood? I'm like, God created us in no image. I didn't know that I'm putting myself in another problem. Okay, so why didn't God create them in his own image? And I'm like, oh, okay. There are times you don't have that answer to those questions. I just tell her, I will answer you later, remind me. And there are times I forget, and if by adventure I remember and I know what to say, I'll go back to it. But if I don't know what to say, I just close it like that. But trust me, in another 2 to 3 days, that question will come back again, and that is why you are there. So God began to teach me all those things, how to blend in, how to cope. And I see that those things, those moments of blending in, time of coping, it is the job itself, being present, and you understanding, having that understanding that you have to be there for them. You can only be there for them with the help of God. You can't do that by yourself. So that's just the essence of this video. And yeah, in subsequent ones, I'm going to be showing you some things that personally I am struggling with, I still struggle with, and there are so many that I've overcome by the grace of God. This is the 12th year, and yes, to the glory of God, God has been awesome. I don't know if this video makes any sense to you in any way. This is how it came to me raw, and I'm delivering it raw to you. I pray that God is going to interpret it more. If you see yourself in my shoes, don't worry. Me, I'm happy. I'm so fulfilled by prioritizing. That one alone will give you peace of mind that you can never get anywhere. Like me, I usually have to-do list of about 25 things per day.
So basically, this is how my itinerary used to be, day by day. So I write out my to-do list, and as you can see, this is my to-do list for today. Though as at the time I'm filming, I've done some. And yes, life of a mother, a blogger, a photographer. I hope you guys are aware that I'm not a photographer. Okay, a YouTuber. And yes, my life as a mom, and my life as my life. And above all, my life as a life of Jesus. So look at, guys, and some others that are not listed. It's not everything you can actually list per day. And today I'm not even going to write any of my books. I'm not touching any area like that. So motherhood is a lot, guys, and yeah, I'm ready to take you guys along in this video. Just a look into how my day or a week in my life can be. And yes, it's been awesome. We are not complaining. We are giving thanks to God for everything. But I think that when you are fagged out, when you are tired, take a little rest so that you can have the strength to continue another day. Keep watching.
And honestly, you have 24 hours. Most of these things will even take you like 3-4 hours. Let's talk about times that I go to the market, and let's talk about times that you have to queue. Let's talk about times that you have to, maybe the car broke down, you have to take taxi. Or maybe there are times that maybe you don't even have water at home. And that's another part of motherhood that I want you to also realize, that there are some things you have strength for. There are some that you don't have that strength for. Like I usually tell my husband, when we don't have this water, we usually have this, sometimes, not usually, have this water issue and all that. I will tell you, this keg something, I can't drag it. And I look at it and I'm like, God, you didn't wire us for these things. I tried it one day. You need to see the way my chest was paining me. And I'm like, but when I was in secondary school, I was fetching this water. And God made me to realize that that was when you were in secondary school. You were not married then. You have not carried 2 generations then. Some part of your bone, just like my mother in the Lord, and Mama Adeyemi will always tell me that time that we're in Ibadan, that once you give birth, you don't know how many strength, how many part of your bone, out of the strength there, went out with the child, you know. Literally just explaining to us how our strength try to decrease after you have pushed once, you push second. Of course, you all know, every mom out there knows that the pushing is just in this spinal cord at the upper part here. So you don't have that strength again like that. But with exercise, eating well and all that, you can cope with life. Of course, you won't feel it. It's when you want to do some hard jobs that are not meant for you as a woman that you realize and appreciate your husband. So I always say that this one, I can't do it. There are some things you can't just do, like losing both of the tire of a car. I tried it one day in Ido and I almost passed out. I felt I could do it. When we were having our Bluebird, this red car here, I usually do it. Even suck and fell into the carburetor. That was when I've not had goodness. It was only glory. So I just want to encourage you there. This video, just keep enjoying it clip by clip as it comes to you. I believe that God is going to bless you. And I want to pray with anybody hurting out there. Forgiveness might not be easy, but it's something that you have to do. If you're a mom and you are keeping grudge, you're a wife, you are keeping malice or whatever, it's not for you. Personally, it doesn't work for me. So let me just say what works for me. Okay, if you can pick some lessons there, fine. You know, we can just advise. We cannot force things on you. Okay, and I'm hoping that you guys will share with me in the comment section how you have been able to overcome some of those things that we struggle with as a mom. Like me, I'm struggling so much with school runs because of this my night job, and it's something that needed to be done because I need to search the internet to look for latest gist for my other channel, because that's the work I'm doing now. Imagine, and I cannot use another person's eyes to look for that. Look at, no matter how early I wake up, I still find out that, though it's like I'm tracing some stuff now that is making me to actually drag now, which I'm going to sort out in the next 2 or 3 days by the grace of God. The burner of our gas cooker is like it's failing. Not really the burner, the pressure, the barometer, what they call it now, pressure gauge at the back, the one on top of the cylinder, it's like it's failing gradually. So I think that's why the burner is not really coming up for me, because like this morning I fried akara for almost 30 minutes. That's so weird. So like I was saying, a lot of struggles, and you find out that you don't actually prepare for most of these things. Like I said initially, there are some you are aware of, majority you are not aware of it. So how do you just swing in, cope with them like that, move on? There is no way it won't tell on you. So if you are there, you are hurting, you are feeling lost, forgotten, you are feeling like you are the only one. Like single moms out there, a big shout out to you. You guys are amazing. You guys are doing great. I can't imagine doing all this by myself. Me, I still have my husband helping me, and I'm still in some parts stuck. The Lord is our strength. So I believe that this video is going to come out like this in maybe like 4 parts, this particular one now. So whichever part that you have watched, go to the other parts, check it up, continue from there. Leave in the comment section, let me know what you guys think about this motherhood series, and maybe there are other parts you want me to touch. The financial aspect is there, of course. The other room aspect is there. Okay, being a Christian mom is there. It's part of motherhood. Parenting, praying and all that, they are all part of this motherhood. It's just being sincere, being honest. Please go to the comment section, comment how you're coping as a mom. Help somebody out there. Okay, please don't forget I mentioned in this video that it is something that you have been wired for. So don't see yourself as a failure. Personally, for me, whatever in any form it comes, I've learned not to see myself as a failure. I've learned to see myself as somebody that can do it, and I believe that you can also do it. You can do it. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you in another series. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have been blessed. God bless you. Bye. That was absolute.